What's good, people? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, before we talk about Paulie Malignaggi joining the James Degales camp, did anyone see the interview with James Degales and Umar from IFL TV? It was about 4 or 5 days ago. I tweeted it. How bad did James Degales look? If you've not seen the interview, go on to IFL's TV page and check it out. He looked bad. He looked severely, and I mean severely, weight drained. I haven't seen him look that bad ever. I have to admit, I've never seen him look that dehydrated. He looked bad, and I think he's struggling at the weight big time, which could play a factor. We've always said that James Degales struggles when it comes to the later rounds and fights. Always starts off well, fantastic, looks unbelievably good for the first 6 or 7 rounds, and then the gas tank just runs empty. And that's exactly, after seeing that interview, that's exactly what's going to happen in this fight. This guy is clearly struggling to make the 168-pound limit. And I don't think it's a case of, because Chris Eubank always says things like he's not living the life. I think, look, he doesn't live the cleanest life. I mean, he's not a Tyson Fury, old Tyson Fury or Billy Joe Saunders, I don't think. But I think it's just a case of, you've been trying to make, think about this, you've been trying to make 168 pounds for the best part of 12 years. I mean, in 12 years, and I'm not a professional, don't get me wrong, but in 12 years, I've probably gone from 11 stone to 15 stone to 14 stone to 13 to 4. It's difficult. It's difficult. And that's what he's been trying to do. And I think it's just catching up with him. I just think he can no longer make the weight. So we talk about the fact that he's maybe past his best and he's not at his prime anymore. I think it's just the weight. I think James Degales is still a good fighter. I think it's just the weight. And ultimately, that will always come to fruition in the last few rounds. But anyway, enough of that shit. Paulie Malignaggi is now in Team Degales. He was obviously helping James Degales behind the scenes for the Caleb Truex fight. I don't know if everyone knows that, but he was behind the scenes, more just giving him advice more than anything. I think these guys are now good friends. But now he's officially part of the team. So much so that he was supposed to be commentating on that fight for Showtime, and he's decided to actually, forego the commentating, and, which is a bad thing for us because I love his commentating, but he will now be part of the team. And more than part of the team, he'll be in the corner, which is interesting. He will be in the corner. So I don't know how that dynamic's going to work with him and Jim McDonald in a third, but he will be in the corner. And for James Degales, I actually think it could be a good thing. I just did a video just now, actually, about Don Charles and a relationship with him and Derek Chisora and the new link up with Dave Caldwell. And the idea of listening to the same voice in the corner for year after year after year, and training camp, same voice, it can become stale. So I think adding Paulie Malignaggi, who's very knowledgeable, knows his stuff, to the camp, and just maybe some fresh ideas as well, I think will help. For Paulie Malignaggi, this could be the first steps in becoming a trainer. I think a lot of people think that he could become a very good trainer just because of his knowledge of the sport. Obviously, fantastic commentator. I think the best commentator out there, former world champion. So he's been there and done it. I do think it takes a bit more than just that to become a good trainer, but I think he's on the first steps to becoming. But again, I think it's another interesting dynamic to what already is one of my fights of the year. I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, apart from Canelo Jacobs, Wilder Fury, I'm interested in Joshua Jarrell Miller, but not that much. This has got massive intrigue for me. I'm very, very divided as to who wins this. So again, adding Paulie to it, I just think adds another dynamic. And I think it's a tick for James Degales. I really do think having Paulie in the camp, look, it cannot be a bad thing. It can only be a good thing. I wonder how Jim McDonald's taken it. Obviously, this has been the guy that's been like that with James Degales over the years. And I wonder how he's taken the fact that someone else has now been added to the camp. And not only that, but someone else will be added to the corner as well. I do think that relationship has run its course. I do think that James Degales should have maybe tried to freshen up a few years ago. But look, I like the idea of realizing that we do need someone in the camp, and that person is a very, very experienced person in Paulie. Will it add to him? Will it add to the performance? I don't know, but I just love it. I love the dynamic of it. I love this fight. And you know what the fucked up thing is? After all of this that I've just said, I don't even see the fight, people. I missed the fight. The fight obviously is on the 23rd, and I'm on a plane on the 23rd going back to London. So I'm really contemplating and thinking about paying, I think it's about £100 to have my flight moved to the next day, the 24th. So I don't want to miss this fight. I don't want to be in the air, land and find the result. Oh, that'll piss me off. So yeah, after all that, I might not even watch it. But what do you guys think? What do you guys make of Paulie being added to the camp? What do you guys make of the James Degales interview with Umar from IFL TV? Go and check it out. Am I exaggerating, or James DeGale looked fucked? I think he looked fucked. And if he is, then we know how the fight's going to play out. He's going to win the first 6 rounds and Chris Eubank will win the last 6. And then we could have a draw. Money is on a draw. I haven't checked out the odds, but I might put a tenner down on a draw because it wouldn't shock me if that's how the fight plays out. Peace.